Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This time is yet another poolverine speed paint because one and twice are not enough. We need a third one, right? So here's a little story about this particular speed paint. The raw footage is 3 hours long. Alright? Keep that in mind. 3 hours long that I spent working on this drawing, and it's one of my favorite drawings I ever done this year. I think it's really beautiful, and I'm really proud of how it turned out. And the thing is, I edit my videos on CapCut, and when I imported the footage that I had recorded, it only loaded like the first hour of recording. So you could only see the liner bit, and that was it. After that, it got to nothing. You know, like as if the video only lasted an hour instead of 3. And I was thinking, okay, maybe I need to restart the program. So I logged out of CapCut, and I opened the program again. Sorry, sometimes I like words skip me. I don't know what word to use. Anyway, I go back to the program. I try to import the video again, and still 1 hour instead of 3. And I'm sitting there for months with this footage of this perfectly fine speed paint of this drawing I love so much, and I was so excited to share, right? Nothing works. Nothing. So I think maybe I need another software to edit this video, you know? Maybe CapCut is like, I don't know, glitching, or maybe it's not compatible with the format of the video. And so I downloaded DaVinci Resolve. I installed DaVinci Resolve into my computer, opened the program, tried to import the video, and it didn't work. It didn't even import it. I couldn't import it. I was like, okay, there's something up in here. What is going on? Why this speed paint and not the rest? And then I remembered that I had recorded this with one of those Google Chrome app extensions for your browser, and there's like a screen recorder one. And I had been using that to record speed paints. But I never had recorded one that took me this long, you know? I usually like split my recording sessions to just the line art, which was 1 hour, and then the coloring and rendering the next day, which was 2 hours. Or an hour and a half. And it was fine. CapCut could handle an hour or an hour and a half videos from this screen recorder, right? But the second I recorded a 3-hour long video, it didn't. It didn't. And then like a light bulb went off in my head, and I thought maybe it's the format of the video. And I looked at the video properties, and indeed it was a Matryoshka file video, I think. And of course it wasn't working, you know? So I had to go to Google and search for a converter to turn my file from Matryoshka to MP4. And this was like an eternal search, because every single converter told me the same thing, you know, like the video is too long. 3 hours, you have to go and get the paid version of this thing that is supposedly free, but not when it comes to 3-hour long videos. So I was very frustrated until I stumbled upon a converter that finally accepted a free long hour video and converted it successfully into MP4 format. And I was finally able to import it into CapCut and edit it. And I was so relieved because I was flat out refusing to delete this footage because I loved it a lot. And I like seeing the progress of how my work gets done, like sped up. You know, it's fun to see speed paint. It's fine to record. It's not fine, fun. I'm sorry, um I confused fun with fine. Anyway, it's fun to see speed paints. It's fun, at least to me, to see my entire process sped up. I think it's interesting. I think it's cool. I think I don't know. Is there just something kind of nice about watching speed paints, and it just brings me a sense of nostalgia because when I was a younger person, when I was a kid. Younger person, what is this? When I was a kid, I used to watch a lot of speed paints, and that kind of like fueled this love I have for art even more and made me wanna draw even more. And who hasn't been young and watched speed paints on the internet, you know, especially if you were born around like late 90s, early 2000s. You know, I was born in 1999, so you know, that era of my childhood, it was peak internet with this ton of speed paints. Art YouTube was just speed paints. It was full of speed paints, traditional speed paints, digital speed paints, and it just brings me a lot of nostalgia. That's why I love making speed paints a lot. And back then there weren't any copyright issues, so I remember like artists could put their favorite songs in the background and there was no issue with that. And people would comment like, oh, I love your art, but I also love your taste in music and stuff like that. Or like I found so many good songs thanks to speed paint videos, like genuinely. And I just miss that, you know, because now you cannot like put your favorite songs on a playlist and on a speed paint. Why am I confusing words like this? Anyway, you can no longer put your favorite songs on a speed paint, and it makes me sad because I would love to show you all my favorite songs and I can't. So there's that. Instead, now we have to use like find copyright-free music and do voiceovers like I'm doing now. And I'm going off a tangent, so let's go back to the main point of this video. Was that I had this footage, 3 hours of footage that I was oddly emotionally attached to, right? And I didn't want to get rid of it. Like it crossed my mind, like this is unsavable, I have to delete it. I won't be able to make this video ever because the footage is damaged. It wasn't damaged, it was just the format. Anyway, I'm glad, genuinely glad, that I was able to save it, because I really wanted to share this speed paint in particular with all of you guys, because I really love how tender it is, and I really love how it turned out. Like, I love everything about it, the rendering, the atmosphere, the colors. By the way, if anybody is curious about why I chose to basically decorate the wall behind Wade and Logan with flowers, is because like they move in with Althea, right, with Blind Doll, and I don't know, my mind thought like, what kind of like wall decor would a grandma have, like, or what kind of wallpaper would an elderly lady have? And rose theme wallpaper seemed appropriate if we keep in mind that this is Altia's house. So yeah, and the colors of the bed, they're just that because I just like fun colors. Okay, I really love fun colors. I love having fun with colors, experimenting with them, seeing what combinations I can do and what patterns I can add and whatnot. Anyway, I'm really proud of this one in particular, and that is important, at least to me, because lately I've been having a lot of really nice and sweet comments on Instagram and Tumblr about people saying that they love my art and that it makes them happy. And I'm genuinely glad it brings you happiness. That's all I want to do as an artist. I want to connect with people through my art, and I want to help people feel happier, comforted, seen through my art. So that has always been my goal. As someone who struggles a lot with mental health and anxiety and all of these kind of things, art is what got me going. It is until today what keeps me going. Stories that tell something like an important message, is what keeps me going. And if I can bring a little bit of comfort and joy to other people through art, that just means the world to me, because art is what saved me. Animation is what saved me. Fictional characters like superheroes are what saved me, and I wanna share that same comfort with other people. So whenever people tell me that they really like my art, or that my art brings them happiness or comfort or helps them feel seen, it means everything to me, you know. And this one I'm really proud of, and that's a weird feeling for me to have, because most of the time I have very bad imposter syndrome, and I see my art and I'm never proud of it, and I'm always like, oh, it could be better, this is wrong, the anatomy is wrong, it could be better, blah 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 blah. And most of the time I never say it, but I'm not particularly proud of my art in general. I don't think it's that pretty or extraordinary, and all the time I'm like trying to see how I can improve my style, because I'm not 100% happy with it. And maybe this is just a struggle every single artist has to deal with. It probably is, you know. Imposter syndrome is a really real thing, and it's kind of nasty, you know, because you spend hours upon hours drawing something and then you see it and go, oh, I hate it. So having one drawing that I was extremely proud of on a speed paint that I could share with you who are watching this, I just didn't want it to give up. And I'm genuinely happy that I didn't, and that I managed to find a way to like solve the issue I had with this recording and share it. And yeah, I'm really happy about that. Speaking of mental health, I read all of your comments, and I wanted to thank you all for wishing me wishing me well in general with mental health. I am still struggling. This year has been particularly bad. But I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to stay here, to keep making art. And every single comment that tells me that they feel comforted by my art is genuinely what keeps me going, because you have no idea how much that means to me. So thank you from the very, very bottom of my heart. Thank you for your support. If when you leave comments, when you send me messages on Instagram or ask on Tumblr, genuinely thank you, because I read all of them and they mean the entire world to me. It really does. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say for today. Anyway, if you want to support me, you can follow me on other social medias. It's my same username, Cryptid Paint, on Blue Sky, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Kara, and on Tumblr. Please like and subscribe if you want to, and leave a comment as well, and share the video, because that really helps, especially with the algorithm stuff. And thank you. I recently noticed that we reached 2K on this channel, and I never thought that would be possible. So thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate it. I don't know what to say. Thank you. I feel very touched. I love you. Bye.